work for temporary agencies, who work for corporations that make millions and billions of dollars, and they can never be employed because they're called temporary. They don't have insurance because they're temporary. We fought this battle in the private sector. Now we got 2- and 3-tier pay systems. Brothers and sisters in the public, the public sector, do not allow to happen to you what happened to us at places like A.O. Smith, Briggs and Stratton, Pastor Callahay, our people, General Mills, a company that paid a livable wage. I have a brother-in-law who's been working for General Mills 10 years now almost, and he's still a temporary with no benefits. If we don't fight this fight and win it, this will be your plight. There will be no middle class. Milwaukee was a city that educated its children because we had a strong middle class in these factories. People who could send their children off to college. Brothers and sisters, if you give this up, the next generation of workers for the city, the county, and other government entities will be temporary, working for pennies. So with that, let's stand together, let's fight this battle, because you have to win it. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Pastor Moses Fuller. I'm the pastor of St. Timothy Community Baptist Church in the city of Milwaukee. And I also was a firefighter in the city of Milwaukee for almost 30 years. So I want you to know tonight, that I support workers. I am a labor man, and I will be a labor man all of my life. And the other thing I want you to know is this, is that God is on the side of workers. God is on the side of workers. God is a working God, so God believes in the dignity of work. Now, Scott Walker think he has won, but I want you to know tonight that he has not won. We are the winners. Why? Because we can control it at the ballot box. We have to go out and vote. That's what we have to do. We have an election coming up next month, the 5th of next month. So we got to go to the polls, and we got to show those jokers up in Madison, we are not going to take this mess that Scott Walker and all of those Republicans are sending down, disrespecting workers, destroying unions, disrupting families, eradicating the middle class, want everybody to be rich and poor. They are not concerned about workers. So we have to stand up and be concerned about ourselves. You know what? This is a great opportunity for workers all across the Midwest and all across this country to take back what is ours. I do not believe not 1 second, because Scott Walker gave the firefighters a so-called break and the police officers a break, they do not have a break. All workers are in this together. And we have to realize that we got to continue this fight. We cannot quit. We have to continue. And I believe, because God is on our side, and I believe that God stands on the side of right, that we are going to win this war. We're going to win. As I get ready to go back and quit, I just want all the workers to believe that it might look a little dark now. It might look like we're not going to win, but I want you to know tonight that we are going to win. You remember about 42 years ago when Dr. Martin Luther King was in Memphis, Tennessee, marching with those sanitation workers, where the mayor of Memphis, Tennessee said that he wasn't going to respect the rights of any workers. and Dr. King was assassinated the next day, he said that he might not get to the mountaintop with you, but one day we're going to get to the mountaintop. I want to say today that all of us going to get to the mountaintop together. And we're going to win. Every worker, I don't care if you belong to a union, don't belong to any union, if you're a worker, you don't have millions of dollars, this is your fight. This is the workers' fight. And like Dr. King said, we all are going to get to the mountaintop. So God bless all of you.
So we want to see everybody here in Madison on Saturday. But don't get stuck on Madison, because we're going to do this in Milwaukee just like you're doing it in Madison. Because Madison is the starting point, but the hammer is going to hit Milwaukee harder than any other county. So we are going to have peaceful, purposeful unrest in this city. We are not going to stand idle and let what happened happen again. Now when you're talking about union, I'm going to give you a history lesson. When the first union was formed, who was the first organizer? Moses. Moses was the first organizer. And Scott Walker isn't the first Pharaoh. It was Pharaoh back then. So when God told Moses, I want you to go organize my people and march them out of Egypt, Moses said, I don't think I have the courage to do it. But God said, I will be with you. That's right. 10 times they went to Pharaoh. 10 times they went to him and said, let my people go. That's right. Each time he said, but they must make bricks, not balance the budget. They must make bricks without straw. So when Pharaoh hardened his heart 10 times, God said, I've had enough. My people are going to rise up. Let my people go. So that's what we're saying today. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go.
Good evening. And what does democracy look like? Mike Ballester at Milwaukee Labor Council. The one part of the population, I'm going to ask if some are here. How many veterans are out there?
Yeah!
All right.
Thank you!
The labor movement is made up across the country of 2 million veterans that served our country. I, myself, was a smart guy who joined the Marine Corps during the Vietnam War.
Yeah!
What a good job that was, but I'm back. I'm back. But the veterans do not deserve this. We fought for our country. We enlisted in the service. We figured if we treat our country well, it would treat us back well. Well, I'm going to be 60 years old next month, but guess what? 59 of it's good, but the other year doesn't seem to be so good. But we can fix that. We fought for our country. We'll fight for our country again. We'll fight for the labor movement. We'll fight for the people who aren't in unions, because one way or another, we're all in this together. And again, I gotta say, what does democracy look like?
My name's Kevin Harrington. I'm steward for Local 645. Thank you. My father was a union miner. My grandfather was a union miner. This is my third union that I've been in. And when I look out from here, I see people who made a sacrifice starting a long time ago when they picked a career path where they would give some of themselves, a lot of themselves, to other people rather than make more money. And what we need to take away from here is tell the people that we know, people in our families, energize them, let them know that this fight is not stopping today, and we will endeavor to persevere until we get to the mountaintop, until we get victory, until we overcome.
Stepping up here, I'm not part of any union, not anymore. I was part of Local 113, laborers local construction for 10 years. Worked my heart soul to be laid off in the economy for the rich man to have his fun.
Okay.
So I decided,
Your money went to Wall Street.
after having 2 young children with me, that I had to do something better with my life. My wife is a teacher for MPS. And my love for children grows strong, so I decided to go back to school and finish my degree.
All right.
My father was a union worker at Ellen Bradley for 41 years. Worked his heart and soul for this man to try to take away everything that we've worked hard for. Now, I think this is ridiculous. I think it's disheartening. I think it's disgusting what he's doing. Now, I'm trying to be a teacher, and this man's trying to hold us back. But beyond our union rights, I'm fighting for the little ones who deserve the same education that that man in Madison would gotten, and every person before him got. And I think it's wrong that he can sit there and say that the people in the inner city don't deserve a strong education.